Welcome back, everybody. All right, part two of my little series talking about all our different varieties we have, what works, what doesn't for us, good growers, harder growers. We've had a lot of rain. I wasn't even sure if I was going to get out and be able to do this. It's just been raining nonstop every day. My yard is like a marsh standing in right now. With that being said, let's get into this. All right, here it is. This is what I like to call our OG of our Plumerias. This is our original grower. So this is a piece off our original plants that we got 17 years ago that started this whole shebang. Slaughter Pink. A lot of people probably have heard of this. It's one of your most, I would say, most common Plumerias you're going to see. Very hardy growers. That's why they're so common, because they're one of the easier to grow, one of the easier to establish, more tolerant to a lot of things. Prolific bloomers. I mean, they bloom every year for us. You'll see that they have a very light pink around the edges and a light pink with a yellow center. Again, this is off one of our originals, so this plant just got huge, and so we have pieces of it all over the place. You know, I'll show you in a little bit, but I mean, the trunk's like this big on this. The good thing about these, as I've already stated, prolific growers, fast growers, they grow fast. So this is one of those, if someone wants something to grow fast, they do it. Where others, they can take longer. As you can see, like I said before too, is prolific bloomers. They just bloom like crazy. They still have a great smell. The other great thing about these that we like is because they're such great growers, they have a great root stock. So this is one of your common plants that people will use to graft other plants onto this root base, because the root bases are so, again, prolific. So we've taken a lot of these because they grow so well. They're so easy to grow. The cuttings are so easy to grow. Breaks are so easy to grow. That's why we've taken the root stock of these, especially when we've grown seedlings from this. We grow the seedlings, we get a seedling to a good size, then we'll take cuttings off of other plants and cut the top off that seedling and graft other plants to that root base, because again, they just do so well, and some other plants can be a little more tricky with the root base. We've also taken this plant, a smaller one, cut the ends off and grafted totally different Plumerias onto each of those. So we have Plumerias with multiple different Plumerias on them, on this root base. Very similar to your citrus world, where a lot of your citrus plants, your oranges and things, they use, well, they graft a lot of those onto a root base of like a sour orange, just because the root bases, they're so prolific, versus others can be, and again, more tolerant to water and things, where again, this one's in the ground. And as I say, I mean, this ground is so mushy right now and it's doing great. So again, for people starting out, great plant to start with, because again, you get a lot of blooms, just flow, I mean, bouquets all over. And again, and these are kind of, these are a little more bleached out. When these come out, they'll be a little more pink around the edges. It's just the sun will bleach them and start to turn them white. You'll still get that yellow middle, but it'll start bleaching out that pink. And this is like a, and because I am on that southwest, I mean, we get, this is just, it's beat with sun all directions. So this is our part of the yard. It gets pretty hot. And so it bleaches out pretty fast right in the middle of the yard here. So let me get you a little closer just to show you the flowers a little up close. And then just again, once again, Slaughter Pink, great grower, great starter plant for people because they grow so well and because they get big and bushy. Now, if you don't want that, then you want to stay away from them. But again, like anybody knows with Plumerias, once it gets to a certain size, cut them off and shape them how you want. I mean, that's what we do. We like them this size, not like the one behind it. But this year, that one will be getting cut, because now, if we live in a place where they could grow into big trees and we didn't have to put them in for the winter, aka you guys down in southern California and southern Florida. Lucky. Then we would just let them grow. We'd still end up cutting them, at least certain spots, because we like to see the flowers. And I don't want a 15-foot tree where I can't see the flower. I would have some, just because that would be really cool if we could do that. But let me get you up close just to show the flower a little bit up close. 1 second. Okay, so right here, just again, give everyone once again, Slaughter Pink, very common variety, but again, great growers. I mean, we have multiple of them just because they do so well and they are so hardy. This is also a plant that I have, when we did a big cutting on one and we had the root base still in a pot, I actually left this on the back porch in the winter and that root base came back to life. Now it was on the porch undercover, so it didn't get frost on it. That was a big thing, but it survived those cold temps, which I was amazed. I wouldn't suggest that to people. It was kind of more of an experiment because we have enough. So, but again, as you can see, you get the white, soft white, with you get your pink edging and your yellow center. And you see some of these, like once these come out, these ones that haven't opened yet, once they open, you'll see a lot more pink on these edges. So yeah, there it is, Slaughter Pink. Let's move on to the next. All right, so here we are with our next variety. Now, I picked this variety because this is called a Texas Longhorn. So, the reason I wanted to talk about it, other than obviously it's beautiful, for people that don't know this, when you hear certain names and certain varieties, I mean, a lot of these varieties have obviously come up over time because people have grown that different variety, and obviously. So, but with that being said, when you grow a variety, whether it's a Slaughter Pink or whatever, and you take seedlings from a variety, and after so many flowering cycles, I could be lying, it's usually 3 flowering cycles or more. Once you, because a lot of times with new growers, you need multiple cycles to see the true color of what that seedling is going to be. And once you find the new color of a seedling, if you get one that's totally different looking than others, and again, some look pretty similar, but anyways, the point I'm saying is, when you get different, when you come up with a variety after growing seeds from one, and over time, you get a color that's pretty unique looking, then you can actually request to get that variety named. So there's a whole process to go through that. So again, Texas Longhorn. Can't imagine where this one was grown. So, but it's a beautiful plant. We started this in 2021. So you can see this one has not been as fast of a grower as some of our others. Medium-ish grower. Beautiful. Very floral. Again, this one's more floral than some others that'll be more citrusy. You get just so many colors as far as your oranges and your pinks. It's just beautiful. I mean, it's a very vibrant color. That's why it's liked by people. But again, my biggest thing is to show you is just, this is one of those varieties where someone named it, and you could probably guess where, I'm guessing where they lived. And so Texas Longhorn, again, a more of a floral medium grower. It's done very well for us. It took a while, but once it got going, again, it's just a beautiful flower. Again, this is what we like about certain ones like this, is just that vibrant color. This one's very vibrant. I mean, in some cases, it's almost like neon. In fact, that's why I was glad to get some cloud cover right now, because when the sun's out, this thing would just, the colors like just blend in. It's too hard to see. So yeah, Texas Longhorn, beautiful medium grower. Look it up. It's not much more to say about that one. It's one of our newer ones. So 2021, obviously not that new, but newer ones as far as blooming. It took quite a few years for this one before it bloomed for us. So another one we enjoy. We enjoy them all, but Texas Longhorn. All right, so there it is. It's Texas again, Texas Longhorn. It's just a beautiful flower. Like I said, very floral. Go down a little bit on this so you can see that. Oh, here comes the sun. It's going to try and start blinding us with color. But you can see all the multicolors it is. Again, beautiful with a floral scent. And there is the Texas Longhorn. It's my second one of today. So, like, subscribe, send me some questions, let me know. But until next time, y'all have a great day.